This is the Notoros News. Yes, sir, Notoros is the best system in New Eden. And everybody knows it. Today I'll be doing a little ratting, as it were. And I've been doing a little ratting this morning, so I'm hoping I've got the asteroid belts spun up and we'll get something good. If I can get 3 clone soldier tags, I'll feel good about that, you know? Alright, okay. How about we roll the intro, right?
I've heard there's some
Roll the intro.
there's some really good ore anomalies that have just spawned in Notoros at last. So I'm off to seek my fortune. Notoros, the shining jewel of Black Horizons. Here I come.
Good stuff, CCP convict. Appreciate ya. What is this now? How did that get opened up? So we're out here killing rats, right? We're gonna need some tracking. This guy's already pretty close to us. 4,500. Gonna be pretty hard to hit that, you know. This 12K is gonna be a little bit easier, but this 4,500 pretty tricky. You'd have to line up with it and get your radial and your transversal to drop, and then, you know, if you got real lucky, 3,000 away, might just smart bomb it. Then what's he gonna do? He's gonna have to get distance if I smart bomb him, right? So yesterday was pretty successful. A kill and a loss. And I went out bombing last night, but man, I didn't see very much traffic to make it very valuable. Maybe someday. Alright, so we take a look at this guy. You see how this guy, he's like 12K away? I should be able to hit that without putting scripts in my guns, right? 12K, come on. So we're gonna give him the business here. Try to line up. Transverse, 300, 100. Getting closer, getting closer. He's taking some dammy. There we go. And if you do it right, it gives you the beautiful user interface. This guy's still too far away though. I mean, too close. Excuse me. Too close. I can't really. I mean, 5K. That's pretty close. Even if you try to line it up, transverse. I need to get that down. 43 and 61. I mean, that's pretty close. But I'm gonna put in the tracking speed scripts. I don't know. I don't even know if I can hit him with these. Large guns versus a very, very small guy. 3K. I mean, If he's that close, I just gotta give him one of these. So pretty hard to hit something this small. So close to you. There we go. Minmatar ships get no tracking bonuses, so it's not like I can really lean into that. The Sancha incursion returned from whence it came. I think there must be good money in that stuff, because as soon as it shows up, people show up and put it down. I'm gonna wait at this belt for just a second, because some little guys could warp in on me. It happens. I'm right at about the right time. So we're looking for clone soldiers or more dues. Those are the big fish. Clone soldier tag's still paying off really well. When the servers came up, I was out there in the new Caldari faction warfare constellation, and I didn't see any changes. I checked all the systems. There was nothing significantly changed. Oh man, hitting me with these little guys. So they both got close to me. How am I going to make these big guns hit? Try to get him to just fly right into my spray, you know? $3,800 though, too close. Little guy, 4,600 away. It's not the easiest thing for large autocannons to hit. We just gotta work with it. 64 and 42. There we go. Come on, Mordues. Clone soldiers. Something. Look at the Tempest. It's beautiful. I assume this is the cockpit. I don't know. How do you feel about that? That looks like the cockpit to me. I could see some argument being made that you'd want to ride right here, though. I'm not sure. It's a big boy. 265. That's not even really spooled up all that high. Man, look at me missing him. Come on. Oh, 53 away. That makes sense. Target lock. Dirty. Dirty. Right. The wonderful world of ratting in low security space. Take in the vistas. Next.
Drive active.
Sipping on my coffee, getting my day started. I got turkey stock on the stove, you know what I mean? Cooking down some turkey bones, making some beautiful turkey stock as it was just the harvest festival. And I've been making flatbreads. I got some flatbreads over there raising. Honestly, flatbread, super easy. Make it in a pan, takes no time, takes no preparation. I'm on board with flatbreads. It's my new thing, I think. Oh my gosh, I've been striking out on this. Look at this. I got nothing on this ratting. Not a single tag worth any money. Not a single ship worth any money. This is subpar. Gotta roll with the punches though. Disappointing on this roll too. Go ahead and try to start bringing down my transverse on these little ships, you know. Give them the big pretty UI. Oh, it's gorgeous. Look at it. Man, he's 19 away. This is going to be a bloodbath. EVE Online is very pretty. Look at that. Come on. Come on, next belt. Do me a favor. I'm gonna need a big favor. That is the Tempest, friendly Henry. 7.5% bonus to rate of fire, 5% bonus to damage. Would I rather have a tracking bonus? Of course. Of course I would. Who wouldn't? Alright, large auto cannons, tier 2 ammo, make them hit small ships. It's not really fair before they're moving, right? But I'm tired of these. I mean, this is another bad spawn. Give me something good.
A module has run out of charges.
Start moving to bring down that transversal. But these cruisers are pretty easy to hit. The beautiful cinematics. What a ship.
First drive active.
Man, all we can hope is something good here, right? Come on, fingers crossed. Give me something. Last chance. That's not very good. This has been an extremely unimpressive 0.2 roll. On the everything. That's pretty good. You gotta give them that. That's a pretty good death sequence. And I got a text message. Can you believe that? Why would anybody send a message to someone so as antisocial as me? Alright, well, that was lackluster. What are you gonna do? They can't all be home runs, as I'm sure we're all well aware. I'm gonna refill my coffee. Be right back.
I've heard there's some really good ore anomalies that have just spawned in Notoras at last. So I'm off to seek my fortune. Notoras, the shining jewel of Blackerites. Here I come.
Docking request accepted.
I going to do between rat shifts? What's the big score you're looking for in ISK out there, says Friendly Henry. Well, I'd say the Mordu's Legion Commander is your big payout out here. You're gonna get 150 million for that blueprint without even asking a question. And if you're willing to wait, you might get 200 million for it. The Orthrus blueprint is another option. You get like 70 million for that one. And then the Garmer blueprint out here is nice. And you get like 35 or maybe only 30 for that one. But those pay out really regularly and they're easy to move. But the moneymaker out here is the Clone Soldier Transporter, because that tag is the one that helps lower people's raise people's security status. If you're a pirate and you need to be a good boy in a hurry, you use a bunch of those Clone Soldier Transporter tags and you raise your status. So their value is relatively high. Like right now, I bet they are 15 or 20 million. Here's the stuff that I've pulled that's good. This doesn't count. This isn't something I pulled. But these Clone Soldier tags are going for, well, 25 million out here, but I think I can only sell them for 20 million. And this Orthrus blueprint, I bet that's 70 million or so. AFK 1 second. So no payout yet. Couple more minutes. The old waiting game. One thing we could do is just jump through them, the asteroid belt. Sometimes I think that helps things along. So this is the curse. It does not show up on D-scan. So if you're in LowSec and you want a ship, I really suggest these do not show up on D-scan ships. Because how are you going to find it? You have to put out combat probes. And if I see combat probes come up on the D-scan, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I got problems anyway. You know what I mean? Notoras. The best system in New Eden.
Warp drive active.
What do you do in the game, friendly Henry? Do anything in low sec? Yesterday I got killed by a, who did I get killed by? A hookbill. Yes sir, got killed by a hookbill yesterday.
Warp drive active.
Hey, we got one spawn.
Warp drive active.
Man, I'll tell you what, station trading sure is better than it was. I don't know how long you've been playing, but
Drive active.
they used to have these bots that would just beat your price by 1 ISK penny, 0.01 ISK all the time. Man, it was frustrating. All you could do was crash a market over and over and over again. It was poorly conceived, but it feels like they're getting it straightened out. It's better in every way now.
Warp drive active.
You should get into PvP, of course. Jump into a tier 1 frigate, rip some kids up. Yes, sir. It's heart pounding sometimes.
Warp drive active.
I wouldn't call myself a veteran either. I call myself old and washed. I used to be really competitive, try to get a lot of kills, but not so much anymore.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, that wormhole stuff is completely different. I got a couple of buddies that really get into that. And from their perspective, they say, we're always connected to a whole lot of systems. And I see where they're coming from, I don't like jumping around either. What do we got here?
Requested. Docking
Moreau
request
Che
accepted.
Che, 2016. But what kind of 2016? The Atron kind is the only kill that they ever had. So, like, I mean, let's give them something fair, right? If they're in an Atron, what if we're in a you and me? I mean, you're an accomplice now. We could be in a Rifter called Condor, right? They'll never see that coming. What happens next? I probably die, right? You ever seen me die before? It's hilarious. I die a lot. Thumbs up to see me die. What just happened? Show me my D-scan. There's no Atron out here. I thought he'd be in an Atron. Oh, he's in a shuttle. He's in a shuttle. That's not doing us any good.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Big iron. All right, back to an empty system. You know how it is. You're in a dead-end system in low-sec. Unless you live here, there's not a real big bunch of reasons to come here. And since I've been living here so long, I kind of know all the other people that live here. And I kind of know all the people that live around here. And that's really your recipe for success out here in low-sec. It's your reputation, right? Like my closest neighbors, we don't really feel like fighting each other because it could be inconvenient, you know? Like if you fight somebody that lives in the system next door, all of a sudden you got problems, or they do. And either way, it's inconvenient. Try to hit this guy. It's hard to hit these little fast guys, I'll tell you that damn much. He's quick too. How fast is he going? 245? He's flying. Sorry. 245. And I was stunned from my battleship. Can I get a little... Come on, man. Transverse 85? I gotta be able to hit it. 85, baby. Dude, like his radial velocity is nothing. Yes. Thank Bob. Speaking of, today's episode is sponsored by the Church of Bob.
At the Church of Bob, we put the adult in adult Bible study.
Warp drive active.
drink some coffee, kill some NPCs. I mean, we simply have to get a better roll than last time, because last time, Dungeon Master sucked. Let me tell you something, this Dungeon Master is shaping up to be just as bad. Come on, man. I'm shooting generic Tritanium at him. Because it does a little bit of kinetic damage, and because I make it with my other character. Why is this guy being so hard to hit, right? $187, 170, 140, there we go. I mean, it's still a random number generator, but if you work with the UI, then it goes a little smoother. Like, honestly, I used to just like try to overpower tracking, and like, why am I missing so much, do you think? I used to just try to overpower the tracking thing, put a whole bunch of tracking in so I didn't really have to fly my ship. But that only works to some point. At some point, you have to like fly your ship just to get them to hit. It doesn't matter how much tracking you got going. Look at me miss. Look at those big guns miss. Because I turned my micro warp drive on? It's wild. Even on a ship the size of a cruiser. Yeah, definitely. Friendly Henry says, I'm learning a lot here, focusing on the target and matching their trajectory. That's a good way to say it. A lot of people say, what do they say? They say you want to be going directly toward the target or going directly away from the target. And that works, like, kind of. But I'm not going to get math nerd on anybody because nobody likes that. but in the equation, I think the transversal and radial will help you apply a little bit better. The problem is that if a guy is small and going around you in an orbit, then just trying to approach him or get away from him, it doesn't hurt what he's trying to do very much. Whereas trying to approach the same point that your enemy is trying to approach brings down your transversal real fast. Empty asteroid belt. Love a Bob. You got to give us some good spawns here. So I never really tried to fly my ship and kill somebody with turrets. I just basically stopped my ship because that was more reliable. But I think there's something to be said for being able to manipulate those numbers in a battle, because there's a whole bunch of people going to be showing up and time is short you might as well know what the best, quickest road to success is. And I know it doesn't really matter in this situation. I'm fighting NPCs. That's not really what it's about. It's about making that a part of your muscle memory. Because in a fight, you're not thinking about anything.
Warp drive active.
Man, I want a tag. Or, how about this? Mordu's Legion. You can give me one of those. That'd be nice. I don't think I got one yesterday. Oh no, the Sancha Incursion was on. Slowed me down a little bit. It's considerably harder to work the belts during an incursion. I'll tell you that much. How long I've been on? How boring am I? 41 minutes? I'm pretty boring. Empty belt. Oh my gosh. Bob, send me a doozy. Now the other thing is that when you're fighting people, like real people, well, your enemy's not going to be doing 200 meters a second. They're going to be doing 4K maybe. I mean, at minimum, they're going to be doing 1500 a second. So when the Dread Guristas show up in these spawns, that's a little bit better, more accurate, but there's nothing that's really going to prepare you for fighting a bunch of little frigates in a battleship. And that's kind of what I want to do. I feel like I looked that guy up earlier. Martin Sable. Just pretty as a picture. Look at that big ship. So, radials at 140, 120, 111, 80, 70. Damage should be increasing. But not really, though. Pretty low numbers. 22 and 30. I feel like I should be pretty good. Too far. What's my range? 32? There we go, 550. About to go into armor though, and then the numbers are going to get high artificially. Sounds like the landscapers are getting busy outside, boys. Ha! I bet you thought I was just a newsman, ADD. Yeah, I mean, you'd be kind of right.
Active.
Can you guys hear the landscapers outside? Because that's pretty ridiculous. What was that ding about? Standings? Nice, nice. That makes sense, because there's a whole team of them working at the condos next door. Goodness. When they're so far away, tracking doesn't even matter, you know? It's quite a drone from in here. And I have headphones on, you know? Shit. Okay.
Our module has run out of charges.
Howdy. How you doing, flea block? I do a little PvP. I think yesterday's video was PvP. Got a kill, died. That's about how it goes. Last chance for this to be a good roll on the asteroid belt. Come on. Give us something good. RNGesus. Sweet baby RNGesus. If you could throw us like some kind of Mordu situation, that'd be sweet. Y'all think it's gonna happen? It could happen, but it's not looking good, right? Empty. What we have here is an empty asteroid belt. That hurts. That hurts. Fleablock says, I've been watching the AT recently, and from what I understand, those people practice on a special server prior to participating in the tournament. Is that true? I would say that yes, quite often. The practice sessions happen on the Singularity server as opposed to the Tranquility server. But I would also say that those teams also practice on the Tranquility server and lose quite a lot of money while they're practicing.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Gwenovit Kenyon. You know, Gwenovit Kenyon, he is the killingest mofo in all of Natoras history. Here, I can prove it. Let's go with Z-Kill. All right. Natoras, the absolute best system in New Eden. That's what you got here, right? You go top, all-time top, baby. Who's the big dog in Natoras? 681 kills. The mighty Gwenevik Kenyon. That's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And best ship, Thrasher, Wrecking Fools, Fed Navy Comet, another solo ship, Hookbill, come on. All the usual suspects. Alright, well, if I'm being honest, yes, that Tempest was me. I think I'm going to cut the stream. Oh, wait, we got a question. So the manual piloting must have a very high skill ceiling, at least for tournaments. I wonder why do more people don't do scrims on that server to save money? Maybe the AT has special rules which increase the need for manual piloting skill. The smallness of the venue definitely increases things, but simply being able to fly your own ship is a skill on its own, because so many people don't really ever learn how to fly their ship. A lot of people never learn to double click in space to fly their ship. They rather hit orbit or they hit keep at range, and they're kind of at the mercy of other things happening on the battlefield. The reason that they wouldn't necessarily practice on Singularity, the other server, is because they might not have skills available on that server that they do have available on Tranquility. Usually Singularity is like 6 months behind. So if you just got a skill that you need, you'd be practicing on the main server. Alright guys, real talk. My flatbreads are ready to cook, and there's too much noise outside for all this nonsense. I really appreciate everybody stopping by. Hit the like button and subscribe to the Natoras news and all that. This is, or was, the Natoras news. 07.